It's your girl Fantastic, and I'm back with another video. I am standing outside of the famous I Am Man Plaza. I Am Man is the sign. Dr. King was killed here in Memphis, and he was here in Memphis protesting the sanitation department because they had poor working conditions. And believe it or not, to this day they still don't have pensions and things. And I Am Man was the name of the protest, and those were the signs that he was holding. I think it was the day before, may have been the day. So they have dedicated this plaza. It sits right in the back of this beautiful Catholic church, but it lists a lot of the civil rights names and so forth on that wall. And these statues, different companies have donated. It says our sanitation workers marched and the world took notice, part of something larger than themselves, just long denied by the specter of slavery and American tragedy. People of dignity, we found power in unity, proclaiming, I am a man. Their pain is ours. We must remember sacred stained glass windows broken, tear gas filling the air. We must remember the Echo Cole and Robert Walker crushed to death on the back of a garbage truck. 1,300 march for a better future. When we raise our voices against racism, we act for justice, for equity, for more. We must embrace the past to our future. Where do we go from here? And like I said, this was one of the very last, well, not one of, this was the very last fight that Dr. King stood up for. Thursday, February the 1st, the City of Memphis Sanitation Department workers, Echo Cole and Robert Walker, are crushed to death on the back of a garbage compactor as they seek shelter from the rain. February the 11th, at Memphis Labor Temple, more than 700 black men held a union meeting in which they pour out their grief in a song and preaching. They deliberate on specific labor concerns, including wages, safety issues, and fear of being fired for belonging to the union. Although they leave the meeting without an organized plan, the men are motivated, passion, and determination to action. February the 12th, 13 Department of Public Works employees refuse to report to work until the city pays them decent wages, recognizes their union, and addresses the discriminatory policies. February 13, 800 sanitation workers marched for the very first time. February 21st, sanitation workers established a daily routine of marches from Claiborne Temple. That's the very last place that Dr. King spoke the night before he was killed, his famous I Have a Dream speech. Downtown community activists and local organizations lend their support. The Memphis chapter of NAACP stages an all-night vigil and picketing. I'm not going to read every single, look at them riding a skateboard. I'm not going to read every single thing, but every day, February 24, February 27, Thursday, March 29. Oh, my birthday, March 1st. And it goes on and it ends, let's guess, April the 4th. They have the names of the sanitation workers on the wall. March 14th, March 15th, March 18th. Dr. King speaks before an overflow crowd in Mason Temple. Although previously involved in planning for the Poor People's Campaign, King felt he could not say no to the sanitation workers, whose struggle was at heart of his belief in economic justice. King returns on the 18th, on the 28th. He promised on the 18th he returned. He felt like he needed to come. He came because a march that started at Claiborne Temple as the march advanced down historic Beale Street. I showed you Beale Street in a previous video. Some youth create a disturbance by breaking windows. The police shoot tear gas into the Claiborne Temple Church and assault the marchers with tear gas, mace, nightsticks, and gunfire. 16-year-old Larry Payne is shot to death. The Tennessee General Assembly authorized a 7 p.m. curfew. 4,000 National Guardsmen make their presence in felt of the city. Nothing's changed. They're still killing. And it just goes on and on and on. And then here, if you know history, Thursday, April the 4th, Dr. King is assassinated on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. I showed you that in a previous video as well. His death aggravates the sanitation strike. Mayor Loeb rejects the urging from local leaders and federal officials to make concessions. Outbreaks of violence begin in the city. Again, we are at the famous I Am Man Plaza in dedication to Dr. Martin Luther King and the sanitation workers for their poor working environment, and ironically, they still don't have pensions. And that's fantastic. Signing off.